Good afternoon, Facebook family and Focus and Vision family. I am excited about today's midday Monday or Monday midday meditations. This, I just say it, it's just so much easier. Tongue twister. But hi, I have some reflections of this past week that fit right in line with what God has spoke to me this morning regarding the word of the day. And that word of the day is discern. Um, One of the scriptures that I uh, posted along with that word was in Proverbs. And it's the first chapter of Proverbs, the first 7 verses. But rather than bore you with the extensive reading of it, I want to focus in especially on verse 7 because it is the answer to the above 6 verses of that scripture. And it reads this way from the New English translation: Fearing the Lord is the beginning of discernment, but fools have despised wisdom and moral instruction. These are trying times that we're in today, and things are ever changing. We don't know uh, what the next result of testing or the next day of uh, coronavirus cases are going to be, and it changes the way that we're living life on a daily basis. 1 minute we're doing school is in session, and now we have options, and now some of us have no options. And there's a lot of discerning that we have to do in that in regard to how we are in proximity of one another physically, how well we utilize technology to communicate with our employers, with our friends, with our family, and now even how we are going to use technology to educate our children as we have tried to figure out how to use technology to better educate ourselves and connect us. So there's a lot of discerning that is taking place. And I would admonish you that wisdom, as the scripture says, and that's another word for discernment, because from discernment, the ability to make decisions, be able to uh, decide something, to be able to choose, uh, we have to have wisdom. And the beginning of wisdom is fearing the Lord, and that's not being afraid. That is having regard, respect, uh, having reverence for the Lord. And James teaches us that if we just ask God for wisdom, God will give us wisdom freely. And James also says, don't only get wisdom, but get understanding, because that understanding is the wisdom in action. And as we discern how we are going to interact, how we are going to make decisions that are going to impact our life today and going forward, we want to be sure that we do it with good conscience and good uh, wisdom. Um, if you will, for a second, reflect on your life. And what I would even more so encourage you to do is take time to sit in silence, to sit in quiet, to sit in stillness, because it is in those times that you will be better positioned to hear from God, to get the wisdom and understanding that you need to discern the situations and circumstances that you may face. That may not be ideal to get away. It may not be ideal to call a friend up. But what I have found personally, that the earlier I get up in the morning, the more time I have to spend with God. And one would think that I might be tired because I woke up earlier, but the time invested spending with God has given me the endurance and the enthusiasm to last throughout the day and better discern the decisions that I need to make. So I encourage you, try it on for size, see how it fits. If earlier doesn't work for you, maybe staying up a little later might. But in order to uh, be discerning and to be equipped to discern well, time spent with God is going to be required. God bless you, God keep you, and we'll see you next week. Have a great day.